Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. Today I have the new ColourPop It's a Small World collection to try out for you guys today. This is their latest Disney collaboration. You can buy the entire collection right now, both on ColourPop and on the Ulta Beauty website. The entire collection retails for $114. I opted not to pick up the entire bundle. Instead, I chose a select few products. I got both of the Super Shock highlighters. The Super Shock highlighters, they retail for $11 a piece. I bought one of 3 blushes. The blush I chose to go with is this one right here. This one is in the shade Happiest Cruise, and these blushes retail for $14 a piece. And of course, you all know that I had to pick up the eyeshadow palette, the It's a Small World eyeshadow palette. This is a 12 pan palette full of matte and shimmers, and on its own, this retails for $22. Now, there were some Fresh Kiss glossy lip stains included in the collection. It was a set of 4 for $28. I opted not to pick up those. That is not my favorite formula, so I knew I wouldn't get a lot of use out of it going forward, but I do have one on right now. I have one from another ColourPop collection. This is the Fresh Kiss Lip Lacquer. This one is in the shade Scotch Kiss. So if this is still available, it will definitely be linked in the description box. If it is your first time here on my channel, I want to say hello and welcome to all of you. My name is Steff, and this is what I love to do. Love trying out new makeup. You're always going to see the latest and greatest in makeup reviews. I do multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes. I'll be doing 2 looks with this collection today. I do makeup ranking videos. We just talk about makeup here. We have a good time while talking about the makeup. If that sounds like somewhere you want to be and something you want to see on pretty much a daily basis, I upload quite a bit. Do me a favor, click on the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. That way you'll be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you like what you see, if you're a fan of ColourPop or you just want to see some new makeup in action, give this video a thumbs up before you go. As usual, guys, everything's going to be linked and listed in the description box. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. I'm going to apply the blush. I'm going to apply both Super Shock highlighters. And then, of course, we will jump in creating 2 looks with the eyeshadow palettes. If you guys want to see the ColourPop and Disney It's a Small World collection in action, keep on watching. Now, I did pick up all of these goodies in store at my local Ulta. Let's go in with the pressed blush first. And I'm just using this little BH Cosmetics brush that I have handy. I do have some bronzer on already. It is the Charlotte Tilbury powder bronzer. I feel like I'm having to really press in the pan on this one. And it seems like it's a pretty dark shade in the pan. Why am I not seeing it translate to the cheek? There. I think it just needed to be built up some. I will say I think I have more pigmented ColourPop blushes in my stash. This is taking a little bit of effort, but the shade is really pretty. All right, now let's dive into the Super Shock highlighters. I'm gonna swatch them really quick. So the first one I'm swatching is this one right here. This one is in the shade Jubilant Chorus. Pink, has a little bit of a pink shift to it. And then this next one, this one looks really pretty. This is the shade Whimsical Ride. Ooh, pretty. I could use that as a blush topper. Okay, let's start applying these. I think what I'm gonna do, because Whimsical Ride is a deeper shade, I am gonna treat that as a blush topper on both sides. So I'm gonna go in with my new BK Beauty 112 little angle brush. I'm just gonna focus that right here. I love to have a glow like right here on the apple of my cheek. And yeah, for me, this is definitely going to be like, I could use this as a glowy blush or definitely just as a blush topper. And then we'll do the other highlighter on top of it. For some of you, this is going to be perfect just as a highlighter on its own. I'm going to take my little Shop Miss A F19 brush, and I'm going in with the lighter one. This one was called Jubilant Chorus. We'll focus that up here. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. Wow. Oh my goodness. I'm going to take that little BK brush, no additional product, just to blend. I'm also going to go back in with the blush brush, no additional product. All right, guys, so we are glowing just the way I like it. Now we're gonna dive into the eyeshadow palette, and I'll be creating 2 looks for you guys today. Let's get started with look number 1. Now, I've already primed my eyelids with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer, and it's time to jump into this palette. Now, I'm going to be very honest, when I first saw this palette on Instagram, the entire collection actually, I wasn't immediately drawn in. There's something about this entire collection that feels a little off to me. Like, it's just not speaking to me. And I know some of you out there, you are not impressed with the different pan shapes in this palette. I get it. For me, I think it's the pan shapes and the color story. There's just something that's not pulling me in, and also the packaging. I guess the packaging just isn't wowing me, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't pick up the entire collection. And let's be honest, I am not sponsored by ColourPop. I don't get any PR from ColourPop. I buy all my own ColourPop makeup. So if it's not a collection that's really speaking to me, I might just try a couple things. And the reason why I did is because some of you asked if I was going to do this collection, if I was going to try it out. So here I am. I think what I want to do, this shade is calling my name, these 2 together, so I think I want to do that. Let's try it. This one is called Love and Hope. And I'm taking this shade on my Gain Beauty E01. Now, when I was swatching this palette, it didn't swatch great. And I bought mine at Ulta, like I did the Muppets collection. And the Muppets collection didn't work out that well for me. And some of you said that maybe what ColourPop sends to Ulta is not their best. I don't know, because I've rarely had issues with that. I've had other ColourPop palettes that I've bought at Ulta, new releases, everything, and they work out just fine. I don't know. And again, we can't go by swatches, so we'll see. This is building up, not a lot, but you know, it's a light shade to begin with. I think I'll be able to at least get the pigment I want from it, hopefully. Now on a Rephr 14, I'm going to go in with the dark blue. So these 2 are obviously going to be the darkest mattes in the palette. This dark blue is called Peace. That is a pretty blue. That one's nice. That one is building up, blending out. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Now I'm going to go in with this shade over here for the lid. This one is called Smile. This shade, Smile, when I was swatching it, felt like it had really bad hard pan. So I'm really having to dig the brush in to the pan to get the pigment on the brush. Ooh, but it's translating pretty well. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty. So yeah, I'm like swirling my brush in there and then spraying it with some setting spray. So just, oh, and I felt a little bit of fallout. Just be patient with this one. Now I think I'm just going to go back in with these 2 shades. We'll do like a monochromatic look for the lower lash line. I'm using a BH Cosmetics pencil brush. Now I'm going to add a little bit of the shade to the lower lash line, the inner corner, and I am going to spray it. I'm going to add a little bit more of that gold shade to just kind of brighten up the inner corner a bit, right in here. Okay, guys. Oh, I like the way this turned out. Let me add the finishing touches and I'll be right back to show you the completed look number 1. Okay guys, so here's the completed look. In today's video, I'll be wearing my favorite Shop Miss A Alexis lashes. I love these. They're so easy to apply. The mascara I'm wearing in today's video is the Tarte Tubing Mascara. And for the lower waterline, I went in with my new ColourPop cream gel liner that I picked up during Black Friday. This one is called Surf Thing. I love this look. I love the look. I was getting a little worried with that first shadow, but you know, it's a light shade to begin with, so maybe I was just expecting too much from it, but I think the end result is beautiful. Very happy with this. Let's move over to the left eye and we'll start working on look number 2. So for look number 2, I think I'm going to do these 3 matte shades in the crease, outer corner. And then we'll go from there. I think I might want to do maybe this shade on the lid, maybe a combination of these 2, and then do this one in the inner corner. Brow bone highlight over here, and then with that we would use up everything in the palette. Wow, 12 shades, 2 looks, not bad. So I'm taking the shade Laugh on a BK A503. I feel like this shade is true to its shade in the pan. It's a very light shade. Unfortunately, I think for some of you, yeah, this might not do anything because it's barely showing up on me, and I'm a fair to light complexion. Now on a BK 212, I'm going in with that mid-tone pink. This is called Imagination. Now on a Refer 14, I'm going in with the darkest shade called After All. Now I'm going to do a combination of these 2 shimmer shadows on the lid, and then I'm going to reserve this one, the shimmer shadow, for the lower lash line. So I'm going to go in first with Friendship. I'm using my damp Morphe M124. That's cute. That's pretty. I'm definitely liking that the palette is performing better than how it's swatched. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Joy. Same brush. I am spraying it again and I just flipped it around. Adding a little bit more of After All, the dark matte. Now in a BK A504, I'm going to bring After All down to the lower lash line. Now I'm going to take the shade right here on a damp BH Cosmetics pencil brush. This is 1966. Oh, that's pretty. Wow, I wasn't expecting it. I'm going to drag this on the lash line, the lower lash line. Ooh, that's a nice one. Adding a little bit more of After All right underneath. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with Dream for the inner corner. Same BH Cosmetics pencil brush. I'm going to spray it. You cannot judge a book by its cover. Cliche, I know, but that's how I feel about this palette. Okay. Oh, one more shade. One more shade. We're going to do the shade Hello. This looks like it's sequin. I'm going to do that on the brow bone. I'm using a BK 209. Perfect finishing touch. Look at that. Nice. Okay, guys. I will be right back after I apply liner in the other lash to show you the completed look number 2. All right, completed look number 2. What do you guys think? I love it. Personally, I love it. I'm a bit blown away by this palette. Same everything except for the lower waterline. Another one of the new shades I picked up from ColourPop during Black Friday. This one is in the shade Fruit Fantasy. I've definitely been getting a lot of use out of Fruit Fantasy. This is a nice like little pinky red liner. I definitely checked this one out. Don't know if this is available on the Ulta site, but I know I did pick it up from the ColourPop site. All right, guys, I used everything that I picked up in this, it's a Small World collection. So let me go ahead and wrap up today's video and I'll share with you guys my final thoughts. So for me, this collection is an unexpected winner. When I was swatching this palette, I was a bit nervous because I wasn't liking the swatches. There was even hard pan with one of the shades, but the end result, actually using the palette, was a 10 times better experience. And you know, that's what we need to go by. We need to go by how things translate to our eyes versus how they swatch on our arm. I am very impressed with the palette. Not so much the packaging. I think it's the packaging that's just throwing me off. And then also the different shapes of the pan. I mean, it doesn't bother me that they're different shapes, but it's just looking at it doesn't draw me in. It's actually getting it in your hands and putting it on your eyes. That's when the magic happens. And for those of you on the fence about this, I would at least get the palette and maybe the two Super Shock highlighters, or maybe one of them. Or if you like this, what is it, the French Kiss or Fresh Kiss formula, then maybe pick that up. I don't know, guys. This palette did a great job. I love the two looks I was able to create, so I'm giving the palette 2 thumbs up. I mean, you talk about judging a book by its cover. I was so hesitant in buying this collection, but I know some of you wanted to see it, so here I am, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I listened to you guys. As far as the Super Shock highlighters go, where did I put them? Here they are. So I like them both. I like the Super Shock formula. I never used to be a fan of the Super Shock formula. It's only been like the last year and a half, 2 years that I've really come to appreciate the Super Shock formula, but I think they're both really pretty. Again, I'm going to be using the darker shade more as a blush topper. And then of course, this one is really easy for me to use. This is more of a traditional highlight. The lighter shade is Jubilant Chorus, and then the darker shade is called Whimsical Ride. Love them both. The blush, I would say, I don't know. I felt like I've gotten more pigment out of ColourPop blushes in the past. This was just okay. Like, I'm still going to use it going forward, but I felt like I really had to dip my brush in the pan a few times to get the payoff that I was looking for. And you know what? At the end of the day, that's okay. As long as it's there, as long as the final look is what you want, then, you know, some products you just gotta be a little bit patient with them and kind of help them along. But I think both of these looks turned out so well. I am so glad that I bought this collection. And those are my thoughts, guys. Now I need to hear from you. What did you guys think of this ColourPop and Disney It's a Small World collection? Were you like me? Were you thinking there's something off about this collection, or were you immediately drawn to it? Let me know if you're picking it up or already did. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, let me know which of the 2 looks did you like best? Team 1, Team 2, Team none? That's okay. Leave it all in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water. Cheers. I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.